So I'm in the bedroom part of the truck, and that piece that I cut earlier on with the rebates, it's only temporarily clamped in about the right height. Sit in there like so. But it's starting to look like something. That piece that I cut earlier on with the rebates, it's only temporarily clamped in about the right height. You can see where the rebate is, and there's the other one there. And then the corner ones for the front end, there's that other one. So that one will be lifted up to about there somewhere. You can see that line where I've removed the plastic protective coating. Marine ply is the base of the bed. So what I'm doing here is notching these longer pieces that go on the long side of the bed, basically to take the rafters that go across. So this is just a scrap piece, and I'm just getting them so that they're absolutely flush with the top, and that will bear the weight of the mattress and the boards and all the other bits and pieces. So there are the notches for that, I've explained before, this extrusion that holds these two parts together. And it's nice and flush now and there. And then this rafter here, which is not cut to size, I'll put it here temporarily, will sit in there like so. And then it sits on top of this doorway. See, I haven't done this end, and this is the wrong size because I forgot to notch it out for this extrusion, but you can see what the concept is. Same with this one, so this corner one is the same. Just to show you, and it's flush like that, and sits like so. I'll notch this out, and then it'll fit perfectly at that end as well. I'll just do these ones, you can see. And that's basically the platform that is going to be for. I got half inch 13mm plywood, or 12mm. So that's nice and flush there. I'll notch it out for that there. In fact, this needs to go out a little bit. And it's the same here. So eventually, I've one across there, one here, and that one there. I need to try and get this done. Once they're all cut and they all fit nice, I'm going to sand them all down, key them, prime them with 2-pack primer and 2-pack white paint. Just sit up here as well. So they're all elevated above the drawer, and that's the tank there, which is the slimline isotherm. Basically, it runs off the hot water of the truck water system as a heat exchanger. And by all accounts, because they're so well insulated, it holds the water hot for quite some time, well overnight and stuff like that. And then the rest of it is a 240, I can't remember what kilowatts it is, I'll look it up at some point, but it should run off my batteries when I absolutely desperately need to. I don't see the likelihood of using it unless I'm just sat still for ages, not running the engine, and then yeah, we'll just have to use the excess solar panel energy production just to keep water hot, which is not a bad thing once the batteries are topped up. Alright, less talking, more action. carry the water tank and the hot water tank combo pretty much like that. I'm not sure which way around it will be, but I think I'll probably have the isotherm more into the box, so more likely to have issues with things needing maintenance, and probably put the water tank close to the partition, but I'll see. They'll both just fit in beautifully under that pull-out drawer, which will be the step to my bed. And yeah, so far so good. But it's starting to look like something. I'm going to cut 2 more of those uprights to put in the corners to support the ends there. Bring those 2 in to support these 2. And I think that's plenty of support for this marine grade plywood, which is going to be, like I said, 1/2 inch, 13mm, something like that, which is going to cover this whole thing. I might put the doorway here that goes all the way to the end, or maybe just shy of the end, and hinge it on that piece. I just think it might be prudent to have access this way as well as from underneath, just in case. I mean, literally the tank will be right here, so there won't be much to do there, but maybe that one, I can at least get in there. It'll be a bit of a mission because you've got to lift the whole mattress, but better to have the access than not. I think I will TIG weld those miters. I'll make the L brackets, which are going to be used to rivet everything together. I've just finished using my TIG welder to weld these up. I'm going to grind these down to get them nice and flush with the Ally, and you can see I've done the corner here, the actual miter joint, and this one here, it's nice and smooth, almost unrecognizable. Might need to work a bit more on that. So what I do is I use a flappy disc on an angle grinder and then sand it down with something like 180, 120 grit. So apart from that, it's now seamless as if it's never been welded. So that's basically the technique I use. Can't help myself, I just got to do this bit as well. There's a little bit of a gap there. That's that one. A good half an hour later. We've got 2, what I would say, nicely finished angles. Let's start putting it together. Time getting this sorted, but it's nearly there. I'll just show you what it looks like from opening the door from the outside. So I've put a temporary plyboard at the top. So there's the frame or the cradle, and they just fit. My ideas and intentions are right. I was trying to maximize as much room in here as possible. I mean, it's massive anyway, and I'm at standing height, and you can see I'm sort of barely in there. I'm up to my sort of chest height. That's where the bed base will be. I'm loath to put any holes in it because I'm trying to keep this section completely separate from the living, or the sleeping area, for a couple of reasons. One, I don't want, in case there's anything smelly in here, I don't want it disturbing my night's sleep. 2, I'm trying to sort of deaden the area a little bit because I don't know how noisy these things are. I don't know if that tank gurgles or makes funny noises when it's getting hot. I don't know how hot it gets. It's supposed to be extremely well insulated. When you bear in mind the size of it compared to that, that's a 53 litre tank. That's a 25 litre tank. So it makes you wonder how big is a tank comparatively. It's got to be quite a bit smaller. And the rest is all insulation. So I'm assuming it doesn't get that hot. Otherwise it wouldn't make it out of stainless steel on the outside because you wouldn't be able to touch it. So Ally's construction is done. I've got 2 more of these to put in, 1 in each corner. I've got the draw runner supports that are going to go across there. I've got another one of those angle alley that's going to go across here that will support the 2 draw runners. In fact, it's over there sitting on the floor. So I'm going to take this all apart. I just wanted to have a look and see what it looked like from inside. I think it looks really cool. It's going to be a very snug fit because this draw system will run almost to the end. It's 600 mil, so when it comes out it'll be the step up into the bed. But anyway, a lot of work. So I'm going to dismantle it now and I'm going to weld those last bits, finish off the welding. This is the last piece that's going on there, and then I'm going to weld it all up properly. So what I've done, usually to bevel to the 2 edges, clean all the oxidizing layer off, and this is a bit of a tight fit, that will go in there as well. There we go. I'm going to block them up and TIG weld either side, flatten it back so it's smooth, and that's why I put the 45 degree bevel in there, so you've got some meat in there. Same on the other side. Once that's in and welded, this is the last one, and then I'm just going to go around making sure all the other welds are good and tacked in. Tiny little shiny patch in there, probably can't see it in the camera, but that's now seamless, same as that one. So I've just center punched where I'm going to drill a hole with a hole cutter like that, and they're also going to be drilled with a, we call them a number 11, but I think they're a 3/16 double-ended riveting drill bit. And they're going to have these quite special and expensive flaring out type rivets that turn into like a propeller at one end. They're made of aluminium. They're a structural type rivet. I bought them for something else a while back. Back a bit. Don't want to go through that bottom hole. There you go. You still get a bit of an angle there, but I'll clean that up. So you can see the hole through the bottom here, and that's where this rivet will go, and hopefully it's centered enough that I'll have access with my riveter, my air riveter, which will go like so. Remember, this is going to be Sikaflex glued, so it's going to be superbly strong. That box is going to be very rigid. Alright, ladies, brackets have been made out of the extrusion that I had to go around the box, and I pre-drilled them so that it doesn't get too close to the wall side, so they're a bit offset, as you can see here. So I'm just doing the ones that are on the rails. This one is the small one that goes nearest the shower area. That one's already done, and now I'm doing this one here. These are stainless steel, by the way, just in case. That's a little bit easier than doing it with a hand one. Beauty. The one goes in this corner, and the big one goes in that corner. So I'm going to offer this one up first. Fits in there. Look at this end. Just a little bit, just a smidge. So that's in. Just like a big. There we go. So that's in, and then when it's do these holes here. That's why this one's offset from the edge, so I can get my drill in there and my riveter. And this one here, hopefully I can get my drill in there. I did try it. Same with this one. By the way, all these holes are not for rivets going in there. They're just in case I want to run some DC wiring through here rather than it going on the floor. And this is the same here, there's another one here. So I can run it all the way from here to there. And this one here, I'm going to put a light somewhere here so the wire can come out of there for a light, such light in here. Hopefully I can get like a micro switch on there to light it up automatically. And he's done. So yeah, it's coming together. Now I'm going to go and do this one exactly the same. These two. Hello. Bit of a change of tack here. What I'm doing at this stage is making the battery cradle. So basically 2 sides with 4 slots all together, and ready to hold my lithium-ion Dynes batteries. Alright, now we're going to put them on the mark with this bit going down, and then line it up with this mark here. That should be about 96 in between, which is what I've calculated to be a good setup. So that's that. Very similar to that one over there. Table. So the 2 sides of the cradle are designed to accommodate 4 slots for 4 lithium-ion batteries. And what they do is they basically slide in like briefcases, I guess, because that's the shape they look like. Spoiler alert, here are the pictures of them in the box of the truck or in the camper. So this is one being set up, and here's the 4 slotted in, just about to be bolted on. I'm not sure if I've shown you this, but this is the cradle after it's been painted. So it's sort of on its side, and what I'm going to do now is I've marked up very vaguely there, and I'm going to use nut certs to act as a place to put a screw, so when the panels go on the side they can be service panels, so they can be removed at any point in time if anything happens to the hot water tank in there. So these are the nut certs here, and basically I'm using this tool here to put them in. It's a bit tricky until you get used to it. So I'm just trying one of these self-tapping drilling drill bits to make things a bit quicker. So I'm going to put a load of tapped holes there, and that's going to hold the board that will hold the tanks. I'll just put a pilot hole in there for now, just so that it doesn't put too much strain on this. Put that screw, literally just got it 2 seconds ago. Oh, here it is in my pocket. Screw. This is stainless steel, so it's a bit slippery. There we go. That should be good enough for the board. Well, I've got these rivets that I bought a while back when I was going to attempt to fix up the Pantech truck. But they're called mega bulb rivets. You can see that with the sun. And they look like this. So I got 2 different sizes because I wasn't sure. They're also waterproof because they've got a little rubber gasket. I don't know if you can see that. So I thought I'd experiment again because it's been a while. And I wanted to show you what these do. They become like propellers at the back, so to spread the load because of the hollowness of the material. So this is the coral flute stuff. And you can see, if you can see that, it turns into like 3 prongs that collapse. So the longer one is there, and I'm trying to point with my finger, and the short one is there. And I was worried that when you put the longer one in, you can see I'm riveting 3mm Ally like I will anyway. It was gonna hit the back of the material. In other words, go in, but go past the material. But as it happens, that's not a problem. You just put it in there, pull the trigger, it pulls it in, you push that in a bit further, press the trigger again, and that's it, it's done. The only reason I got this little stub here is because I wasn't pushing down on the gun hardener. So in all honesty, either of them will work. Finally at that point where I'm hoping to get this cradle in. This thing together finally. This is only 2 weeks worth, no, nearly 3 weeks worth of work going into this. It's like one big Meccano set. Anyway, let's move on. I quite like it. It grabs quite quickly, and it loves bonding Ally and that sort of stuff. So very thin layer of silica, fine thinner, works better, it bonds better. Feet are done, and neat. So here it goes. Try and avoid any bits of dirt getting under the feet. Let's just try that one more time. Good thing is I don't know where it's high or low. Good morning everyone, lovely sunny day up in the truck. Unfortunately my camera did the usual stuff. There's a love-hate relationship with this GoPro. It's all I can afford at the moment. It ran out of juice just as I was going to rivet the stuff in with my rivet gun and the special bulb rivets, but anyway it's in and riveted in and it's solid as a rock. This whole panel now is unbelievably stiff. So if I had any doubts about this box having any strength, because it's a composite material, that's definitely gone now. So clambering over it, and just to show you from this angle, so I've glued this bottom sort of weight spreader plate. This isn't, the 2 corner ones are in and they're caulked in, and the bottom one and the other bottom one there. The rest is temporary. So this frame is in, it's solid, it's glued at the bottom and it's riveted here
here and here, and then it's riveted. Oh, I forgot that one. And I've got that one there, and then one at the bottom. None through the floor, because I don't want to go through the composite. I can't believe I left that one. And there's one down there, and one down there. And then this is all riveted in. So now we've got this one in on the front. So today what I'm going to do is get these end ones done, these two other legs, and that end one. The drawer runners are in. So there you go. So they're going to be in my step. And same on this side. Push to open. And unfortunately it abruptly stops there because as I've mentioned before, I've lost a lot of footage. I've lost about 4 SIM cards worth of footage, so I can't show you the ending and what it looks like, but here's a picture of me mocking up my seating area for the next stage in the build, and I've got some footage for that, so I'll be showing you that in the next video.